recently determined that citizens from the small Caribbean nation of Antigua and Barbuda no longer meet the criteria for the visa exemption. As a result, the Electronic Travel Authorizations, better known as the ETAs, will no longer be in effect and will become void. Essentially, the individuals that have been issued an ETA will no longer be able to use that and will now have to apply for a visitor visa. Furthermore, in this video, I will address the changes for this country and why these changes were introduced. The Canadian government has not made any official statements regarding why this country has now become a visa required country. However, the media has made some interesting points. For instance, the media has reported that the country's citizenship by investment program essentially allows people as well as their respective families to obtain citizenship in Antigua and Barbuda. Therefore, they are issued a passport for their contribution of $200,000 US, or a real estate investment of $400,000 US, and or an investment into a business of a contribution of $1.5 million US. As a result, individuals that participate in the Citizenship by Investment program are essentially allowed to apply without having any real ties or connections to the country itself. For this reason, Canada may have investigated further to see if Antigua and Barbuda still qualify for the visa exemption. Essentially, Canada will still allow citizens of Antigua and Barbuda to enter the country, all while protecting the integrity of the Canadian immigration system, as well as making sure all Canadians are safe. Now that citizens of Antigua and Barbuda require a visa, I will explain how to obtain a temporary resident visa. In order to obtain a temporary resident visa, you must first abide by all of the requirements set out by the Canadian government. The requirements of a temporary resident visa are: you must have a valid travel document such as a passport, you must be in good health, you must ensure that you have no criminal or immigration-related offenses or convictions, you must intend on leaving Canada at the end of your stay, as well as you must ensure that you have sufficient funds as well as financial support for the duration of your stay in Canada. Additionally, the differences between an ETA and a visitor visa are quite substantial. An ETA can actually be approved within minutes, which can be quite beneficial for any visitor that is traveling to Canada. However, with the new visa requirement, it can take much longer. The application process for an ETA in comparison with a visitor visa application is quite different. For an ETA, you are required to provide identity documents such as a passport, whereas for a visitor visa application, you are required to provide much more documentation. In order to have a successful application for a visitor visa, it is very essential that you know what is exactly required from you before applying. You will essentially need to fill out the required forms and provide appropriate documentation, and you can either apply by mail or online. Luckily for citizens of Antigua and Barbuda, the Canadian government has stated that visitor visa applications have decreased in processing times and they take approximately 2 weeks. Keep in mind, approved visitor visa applications are usually issued as multiple entry visas, which means that the applicants can actually enter and re-enter Canada as many times as they like, as long as it's within a 6-month time frame. The travel period that they are authorized to travel to Canada and back is up to 10 years. Of course, this entirely depends on why you intend on visiting Canada in the first place. It is important to mention for any citizens of Antigua and Barbuda that are currently in Canada on a valid work permit or study permit, they can still stay in Canada and they are still authorized to stay. However, once their work permit or study permit expires and they leave Canada, they will then have to apply for a visitor visa in order to re-enter Canada. If you wish to apply for a temporary resident visa and you are a citizen of Antigua and Barbuda, we can definitely help you out with the process. Additionally, if you are from any other country that requires a visa to enter Canada, we can help you as well. Here at Akrami and Associates, we have dealt with many immigration matters and can definitely help you with obtaining a visitor visa to Canada. If you believe that you may be eligible for a visitor visa, please contact us. With Akrami and Associates, there's always a way.